are here with former world cruiserweight champion Johnny Nelson to talk about the big fight in Las Vegas between Tyson Fury and Tom Schwarz. First question I wanted to ask you, this is Tyson Fury's, not American debut, his Las Vegas debut. Is there anyone more suited to Sin City than Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury is a kind of individual, he's like Marmite. You will either love him or loathe him. And now he's got himself into a position where the Americans are going to be really introduced to this individual. And again, they're going to either love him or loathe him. If you're hated, if you're the villain, you draw the crowds in because people won't come to watch you lose. If you're a hero, they come to watch you win. Tyson Fury is a completely confident individual, especially in heavyweights. He now believes he's the best heavyweight in the world. Now, he's not going to make the mistake of being complacent or overlook Schwarz. He'll go in there and think, right, I've got to get this job done. I think technically, I'm not saying physically, I'm not saying when it comes to an all-round, technically, Tyson Fury is the best technical fighter out there at heavyweight that I have seen. It doesn't look pretty at times, but he knows the sweet art, the sweet science of boxing. Hit and not be hit, move, use a jab, use a combinations, use a footwork. He's the best one out there. I don't think Schwarz is of that caliber, but Tyson Fury's got to make sure he doesn't become complacent. He stays hungry, stays focused, learns from everybody else's mistakes, and gets the job done. I think the Americans will like him. Some will loathe him, but I think it's a great opportunity. And his stock rose when he boxed Wilder and got the draw. His stock rose massively. So now the fans want to see, was that a fluke? Who are you? What are you capable of doing? Because we forget about looking at the boxing ability. We look at the story, him and Wilder, oh my God. Look at the ability of Tyson Fury and look what he achieved.
The Wilder fight aside, arguably Tyson Fury's finest performances haven't been particularly easy on the eye unless you're a purist.
Yeah.
Christian Hammer, Derek Chisora too, Vladimir Klitschko famously out in Germany. He didn't dazzle, but he got the job done. They've picked Tom Schwarz for a showcase fight, his first fight on ESPN in the States, first fight in Vegas. Is he the right opponent for Fury to look explosive against?
The problem with it is this, is that who does he fight? Who do they get him in the ring with? You know, and that's going to always be the issue. You know, he's got to make sure every fight means something, or every fight is some benefit to him. Schwarz, they don't know who he is. This is the Tyson Fury show. They want to see who he is. They want to see who this guy is. You know, this guy beat Vladimir, this guy got a draw but really beat Wilder. They want to understand who he is. And so this is his introduction. I think then the caliber, the level will step up. But when it comes to fight night, that's what it's all about. Who is Tyson Fury? That's what the Americans want to know.
And can he look good against Schwarz to the extent that he looks explosive, powerful, maybe even gets a knockout before the halfway point?
I think
is Schwarz the aggressive opponent he needs?
If Schwarz is aggressive enough, I think he'll walk onto his shot. But I think Tyson Fury has proved, if he wants to box, he'll box. If he can't knock you out, he'll box. If you walk onto his shot, he'll knock you out. He's more of an all-round in regards to doing that. Again, he doesn't look pretty, but it's a sweet science. Hit and not be hit. Outbox people, use footwork, hand-foot, eye coordination. He's got it off to a T in regards to all the top 10 heavyweights. So therefore, you've got to respect him. And so unless you know your sport, unless you're a student of our sport, unless you get it, you're not going to beat him. And that's what it is. So unless you've got concussive, unbelievable power like Wilder, and you catch him early and get him out of there, or he gets into a dogfight, you know, then that's a mistake. So when emotions are involved, Tyson's one of the few guys that seems to find calm throughout chaos. And so the more emotional the fight is, the more you would bet on Tyson, because he loves that. He loves to get on the escape. That will happen, whoever he fights.
Do you see much of yourself in Tyson Fury, Johnny?
Yes and no. Now, on a personal level, no. Boxing-wise, yeah. You know, unless you love the sweet art of boxing, then you say, I get that. I like your style. I love it. Some fans might say it's boring. You know, and that's unfortunate. They used to say that about Ali in his first 12 fights because they thought they wanted to see crash bang wallop. That's what they wanted to see. Tyson Fury can box, and to me, that's what it's all about. I was brought up on that. That was the food that I was brought up from Brendan Ingle. That's the most important thing. Now, but he's mixed it with his character to make people listen, make people look, make people appreciate it. And that's what's the main. Character is everything. You've got two fighters of the same ability. One with character is the one that will stand out. And Tyson Fury has that character to make you want to watch him, either way.
Now, if Tyson Fury does come through against Tom Schwarz and Deontay Wilder deals with his own unfinished business against Luis Ortiz, the strong indication is, and Wilder's even said he signed for it, that Fury and Wilder 2 will happen early next year. Are you looking forward to that if it happens? And who do you fancy?
Well, without a doubt, and I fancy Tyson Fury to beat him. I said that after the first time, I said that this time here. Tyson Fury has shown that he is far the more superior technician out of the two of them. I don't know what Wilder can do to improve on the last fight unless he jumps on him early and potentially gasses himself out early. And that's a possibility. But it's that tinge of fear, that tinge of nerves, that tinge of anticipation that made Tyson box the way he did. Now for Wilder, what is it going to do to his psyche to think, you know what, this guy can outbox me. I can't let this go the distance. I'm going to rush this guy and rush him. Will he make a mistake or will he catch Tyson Fury? So all the ifs and buts in there, we know Wilder has the ability to take a man out with one shot. So as long as Tyson stays focused, concentrates, and doesn't become complacent, I think he pulls the win off.
Now, Tyson Fury's always had talent. It took Peter Fury, his uncle, initially to harness that talent, take him all the way through improved form and fitness to the unified world titles out in Germany. But just a word from you about his successor, Ben Davison, and what he's achieved with Tyson outside the ring as much as inside.
So initially when Ben Davison was chief cornerman for Tyson's fight against Deontay Wilder, I thought, is this guy that got the credentials? Is this the right man you should put your career in the hands of? Does he know enough? Has he got the pedigree? I apologised to Tyson, and I apologise. I've not met Ben Davison personally. I apologised publicly to Ben Davison because I thought his conduct in the corner was second to none. I thought how calm he was in such a big fight was second to none. How he got the best out of Tyson Fury was second to none. So to me, I think he well and truly deserved that position in regards to what he did, in regards to how he handled the pressure. It just works. I think Tyson's uncle that was originally involved, my worry was, you need to go back to your A team. Now he's got another team that works for him. And that's Ben Davison. And as long as it works, stick with it. He found a trainer that he trusts, that he believes in, that he wants to listen to. And that's freshening him up. Ben Davison, it seems like he has no ego. He just thinks, right, let's get this done. I listened to him in the corner. He had Ricky Hatton on one side, he had Freddie Roach on him handing up. I'm thinking, really? But then when there was a little drama in the ring, Ben Davison stayed calm, he stayed cool. He didn't convolute the information he was giving to Tyson with too much information. He was on point. I thought, perfect. I understood. I get what you're saying. Tyson Fury understood and got what you were saying. There was no nonsense, and that's where the job was done. What else could you tell him? And in such a massive fight, Tyson Fury's own dad didn't believe he'd pull it off. So Ben Davison did an unbelievable job, and I will sing his praises for that because it just worked.
Johnny, it's always an education. We thank you for your time.
Anytime.
Cheers.